Welcome everyone to Beauty and the Surgeon podcast. I'm Amy, I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner, and I am joined today by no one. It's always a little sad doing these episodes with no one here, but this isn't really a full episode. It's the beginning of December. I hope everyone who's listening had an amazing Thanksgiving. And I just wanted to stop in and say that we are taking the month of December off from podcasting. I hope that all of you get to spend some extra time with your friends and family and all the loved ones in your lives, and we will as well. We have some incredible things planned for the first of the year. In 2026, we will be starting off January with our favorite episode of the year, which is our top 5. And it's one of my always favorite episodes of the year, because I get to hear not only what, my favorite clips are, but I also get to hear what Dr. Martin and Nils picked out from the podcast over the course of the year. And it's always so interesting to see where we align. Sometimes Dr. Martin and I have chosen the exact same clip, and where we differ, what Dr. Martin pulled out of episodes that I may have missed. And then of course, the amazing mashup from Nils. That's my favorite episode of the year, is the Nils mashup. If you've missed any of the previous year's mashups, I'm going to link them in the description box below. Also linked in the description box below is a link to a very short kind of mini podcast episode from Gary Brecka. He does, improvement and longevity kind of podcasts, but this one that came out really resonated with me because it was talking specifically about gratitude. And yes, Thanksgiving just passed, and I think we all have those moments around this time of year where we are extra thankful, or it makes us reflect on the people in our lives and things in our lives that we're thankful for. But this episode really targeted why gratitude makes our lives better and how to practice it on a daily basis. It gives, I think he did 3 tips or 3 to 5. It was either 3 or 5. Now I can't remember. But it is a very short episode. It's like 5 minutes long, and it gives just really practical tips that you can implement immediately into your day to start practicing gratitude on a daily basis. One of the things in my life that I am so grateful for is this podcast. And not because it's just fun for me to do. I of course love getting to hang out with Dr. Martin and Nils, but more than anything, it's getting to interact with our audience and our listeners. The real, Dr. Martin says this all the time, the ethos of this podcast is that we really do want to help people and put out information that may not be easy to find. There's a lot of, in this day and age, information available, but knowing, where you can get information that's trustworthy and honest and ethical, those are all different types of information. So hopefully those of you who have found our podcast enjoy our episodes and also find them educational and helpful. I would love it if you would leave in the comments below something that you are thankful or grateful for, or ways that you practice gratitude on a daily basis. I really try hard to take time every day. My coach calls it a gratitude walk. So I go very early in the morning, I get up, I do my red light therapy, and I go for a walk, just a short 15 to 20 minute walk around my neighborhood with no headphones in. I do carry my phone with me, but I absolutely have a rule that I do not touch it. And it gives me that moment to just kind of reflect on what might be coming up for me in that moment, and I really try hard not to let it become like a mental spiral of thoughts, to really stay focused, to look at things. It's dark because it's very early, but to take in the smells and the feeling and even the feel of the air, and just kind of have that moment of quiet and solitude to start my day. And then of course I come home and drink my electrolyte beverage and do cardio and go to the gym. So the day starts off with a nice calm walk, and then it just flies from there. So that's my tip. That's what I do to give myself a little bit of space in my mind to get a little bit of gratitude and just take in my surroundings a little bit more than I might be able to once the day really starts. But I wish Nils was here, because if he was, I would say, Nils, it's December. Cue the reindeer, cue the menorah, cue everything, but he's not. So we'll see if my editing skills were able to magically cue some reindeer for me. There's one right there. But until next year, in 2026. Oh, also, we have a great episode with questions from listeners coming and research we're into. So that gets you into the first part of February. The dark months, it gets you through those dark months. But until then, I hope you are all doing extremely well, that you are getting some downtime this holiday season, and that if it's a season for you that brings up, sad feelings, that you also can, kind of help process those and know that everyone in this community is here to support you as well, that I am as well. And we will see you all here in 2026. Woo.